Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. So you take recyclable bubble products like plastic bottles. That looks like a, I don't know, Jik or something. Yeah.
Yeah, toilet cleaner. Yeah.
All right. And you make lampshades out of them.
It's a very beautiful material. It really is. That's what it's wonderful doing workshops with kids. You show them they cut the bottle up. Suddenly it changes from a bottle into a material and changes their perception of plastic.
All right. I'm going to ask you to show us what you do, but first, tell me what gave you the idea to do this.
It was at a point in my career when I was making a certain range of products, lamps, after I studied art, and I showed them to an international buying audience, and they said they didn't look like they were South African or African products. So that caused me to investigate what that meant. How do you make a product that speaks about your country, or how do you make a feeling of a country in a product? And so I started looking at the history of African design and crafts, and reuse is a very big part of that, as well as using wire in South Africa.
So when I had wire cars as a kid, actually. So, yeah. So, all right. So, lampshades then.
Yep. Well, light passes through this plastic beautifully.
Yeah.
So you just have to make it from bottle shape and into kind of a flat sheet shape, and then you can cut things out of it. So you would take the bottom off in such a way, and then you'd split it down the side, and then from that sheet you can cut a shape like this, and use a very, very simple technology, a pair of side cutters, and you just fold each of these little petals in half, and then as you go along here with your side cutters, it forms the shape into, so it takes it away from being a flat sheet of plastic into like a kind of a curved shape, so it kind of opens that up and just completely transforms it.
So was this trial and error kind of your design, because you're doing it quite quickly now?
Yeah. I made a few flowers, huh? It's actually it's a skill that's been passed from someone that learned it at school in Zimbabwe to her husband, who moved to Cape Town. We met, worked together a bit, and now a whole range of products that sells internationally is based on that simple technology. Yeah.
So show me a little bit more of the process. So, for example, you chop and cut and...
This is a bottle that is used for some detergent, I think. And what I've discovered, after having worked with plastic for a few years and used the flat sections of the bottle, I realized that I could use the curved sections too. So before, I was sending that part back to recycling. Yeah. So you take the handle out of that bottle, then you make lots of them, and you attach 3 together like that. And then once you've made 55 of these, so 55 times 3 is 355 is 165, right? So then you need to make this one. So then you add all those components together, and you get a big shape like this, and it's a lampshade. Yeah.
So how many bottles of yes?
It's 165 bottles.
Wow.
Yeah, for one lampshade. So it's quite a long process, and it also uses a lot of plastic, which is good.
So what do you do with the stuff that you don't use?
Send it back to the recycler.
Okay.
But they chip it, melt it, and then extrude it. Yeah.
So who's buying your stuff?
My biggest market is actually in Finland, which is great. Sweden's growing a bit. Australia buys quite a lot. I need to grow my local market a bit more. But yeah, the world has accepted the products very well.
So we're not getting it yet that lampshades made out of dish cleaner is vogue.
Well, also they become very expensive once they're finished. So often people have they don't understand why something that's made from rubbish costs this much money. But it's a very, very time consuming thing to do. You have to collect them, wash them, cut them, make something out of them. So instead of buying a flat sheet of pre-industrially made material, which is really quite easy and relatively inexpensive, you've got to make the material first.
Yeah. And it's great for the environment, isn't it, recycling?
It is, and also great for, just a simply this little explanation has shown people that plastic is something that shouldn't just be thrown in the street. It's valuable, actually. It's got value.
Heath Nash, thank you very much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so that's Heath Nash. Really fascinating contraptions that we probably throw away. He's converting them into a money-making idea, exporting to places like Finland. So think about it. The next time you look at a piece of plastic, you could be sitting on $1 million. All right, Rob.